So Sarah, something we've not talked hugely about is you're soon going to be going on to maternity leave. But it kind of links in a little bit with some of the clients that I've been working with recently, is about them getting themselves ready to go on to maternity leave, and how do they get their business set up for that. But also people that are wanting to return after maternity leave, and what does that look like? Do I want to go down that pathway? So what, just fill me in of where you are at the moment. I know we've done some coaching sessions together, but where's your plan at the moment, and what do people need to know about your future plans when the little one arrives? And obviously don't forget your big move that you've got coming on up as well.
Yeah, there's quite a lot going on, Sarah, let's be honest. I think that the key word for me right now is flexibility, and the freedom to do with that. Honestly, preparing to have a baby, especially having been waiting to have this baby for so long. I mean, it's a standard 9-month gestation, but it's been a long time coming to get to that point, has actually taken me to a very different headspace, because I literally adore what I do, and I love helping people, and I love learning, and I'm loving, trying to improve my knowledge all the time, and so I'm always doing that. But that's a very different focus to then thinking, all right, but I'm going to need to press the pause button on that for a while. So actually, I remember back in January having some supersonically brilliant sessions with you on the business coaching about the bigger picture, because I will always want to do what I do. I do know that deep down, but I'm trying to be kind to myself to know that my time frame and my allowable time or allotted time might need to change. I don't know what it's going to be like to have a baby. I don't know what it's going to be like to be a mum. Are we both going to be well? All this sort of thing. We're in the final month countdown now, so it is relatively imminent. And I think what I've been trying to do since we spoke back in January was I had quite a plan for each month. I was trying to put content out, trying to make sure I was continuing to obviously see all my clients and engage with new ones, attend my networking events. But I was trying to make sure that my website was updated, or my Facebook or social media, so that all the messages I wanted to put out there about gut health and emotional health and nutrition and vitamins, they were all there, so that my lovely clients could refer back to them whilst maybe I'm not just quite available on the end of the phone or a text message anymore. But I remember having a very funny moment with you that I'd given you this lovely plan from like January to June. They're like, that's wonderful, Sarah. And what about the baby?
That was funny.
I was just so in the zone of Thrive. What's Thrive doing for the next 6 months? That actually, I'm still not entirely sure. What I do know is I'm definitely taking a break. I'm definitely taking maternity leave. I'm actually planning to wrap up relatively soon to get into baby prep mode. I will still be there at some point in the future. But actually, it's quite a gift right now, is that the answer is I don't know when I'm returning. And I'm incredibly grateful that I've got that, fortunate to be able to have that opportunity. I don't know. In my mind, I'm thinking maybe 6 months. It could be up to 12 months. But I could also get to 3 months' time and realise that I've got a childcare plan in place. Everything's working well. And actually, 1 or 2 clients a week would be lovely. Just to have, whether it's online, whether it's face-to-face, but I could maybe manage that. So I think there's that flexibility is probably the biggest key for me at the moment.
It's about keeping your hand in as well, and keeping up with, and you've worked so hard to get your business to where it is. And I know we've talked about lots of things going forward, like what you want to do and how you want to grow it. So it's like you don't ever want that to stop, and you're so passionate about what you do. But then there is this baby that I had to remind you about that was coming along, and why you were working towards your June date. But and then obviously you don't know what's going to happen and how, what the little one's going to create, and and it is your first one, and it's going to be amazing. And also you want to treasure that time, don't you, more than anything, because as a lot of mothers say, you don't get that back. So it's really important that you get that time with your little one, and start to embrace it, because it has been such a journey for you, for your business, as well as the little one coming along. So
that's so true.
Exciting, isn't it, for you? Exciting times. But
it really is.
Flexible is a big key word for you, definitely.
It really is. I might need to write that up somewhere to remind myself. I'm so looking forward to being a mother. I've been very fortunate with the pregnancy. Has been pretty good, pretty smooth sailing. Obviously, all little things here and there. It's very weird seeing a baby move inside you like this little alien. That still is quite off-putting. I must admit. But no, it's been lovely, and I can't wait to go into mummy world. I really can't. It's, I've wanted it for a long time. And I'm sure that people talk about baby brain and the fact that the minute your baby arrives, you will forget about, the real world, so to speak.
Yeah.
And honestly, I'm like, bring it on. That sounds great.
Yeah.
I think I do feel a sense of responsibility towards my clients because I really love them and I enjoy all of our sessions. But I've been working with them over the last few months now to get them prepped. So one of the things I've been doing is educating them on how to get hold of their vitamins and their supplements or their skincare or body care or whatever it is that they normally just grab from me.
Yeah.
Because it's easier for me just to say, oh, just pick up in your next session.
Exactly.
So my husband is helping me update my website, for example, and make sure that all like those little shopping links, I suppose you'd call them, are up on there. So you're linked to, here are your 4 or 5 different vitamin supplies. Here's your links to your Arbonne and your protein shake and your, nutritional products, just so that people can find it a little bit more easily.
Exactly.
So that's something I've worked on educating. And I suppose also, in a way, our videos that we've been doing, and writing more blog posts, it's been about putting what they call in the business world, like the content, but putting the information out there so that people can refer back to it, because it kind of comes back to our self-sufficiency thing, doesn't it, that we're talking about. We facilitate, but then other people have got to do something. So I'm hoping that I've done due diligence and responsibility and have put out a lot of information across a wide variety of subjects that people can use to refer back to. And I will let people know. There'll be some sort of announcement when I come back. We've also got to move house as well.
Yes. Which was supposed to have happened by now. Is that correct? With the build and everything. Obviously, with lockdown, the building hasn't been able to carry on. But do you have a date yet as such, or not really?
We've got an approximate time of maybe August or September. So the plan was to have moved before the baby was born and to have decorated the nursery and all of those cute little things, but realistically got settled. But we're just moving to the next village, if people don't know, by the way. So I'm moving 2-3 miles down the road. What it means is not having my beautiful treatment studio anymore. So that's been a big shift. We're doing it for all the right reasons for the house and going forward and for our family needs. I've actually already ascertained a place that I'm going to work from in the future.
Oh, fantastic.
But I'm hoping that there might be, which will still be really local, so people won't be travelling very much further at all. But in the meantime, seeing how successful the online sessions have been during lockdown, it gives me a huge amount more, back to that buzzword, flexibility again, Sarah.
Oh God, definitely.
If I find that baby has got, God willing, some particular nap times or sleep times that I am feeling compass mentis enough to offer a half hour of support to somebody, then I'm able to do that. So it's very much going to be like a watch this space, I think, and see what's going on. But hugely exciting. But I think it is important to be honest and realistic and basic right now. The answer, if people are saying, when are you back? I don't know. I will let you know.
Exactly. No, very exciting times, and I can't wait for your next step of your journey, because I've known you for a long time now, but also we've talked a lot about the things that you put in place, the action plans that you've been putting in place, and you've been delivering them amazingly. Then the hiccups have happened and lockdown happened and things like that, but you've adapted and you've, as you say, you've flexed around different circumstances and stuff to deliver what you need to deliver. And as you say, you don't know what's going to happen around the corner, but at the same time, that's really exciting for you.
I had some sessions with an NLP practitioner a few years back when, honestly, and it's something that I will talk about at a later session, was struggling with like a fertility journey. And I was struggling because I'm a kinesiologist, I'm a nutritionist, I help people with their health all the time, and I couldn't fix this in myself. And I remember him saying to me once, are you God? Which I thought was a terribly rude question, but actually it's probably one of the best things to be. And I was like, no, of course I'm not. Then why do you think you can fix and control everything? And it's such a strong question. It has stayed with me. And sometimes I use it with my clients. It stayed with me. It's like, well, we can't control it all. We can just have a plan. But he taught me an affirmation I would use, which was, and I use it with all my tapping, which was, I embrace the future with all the possibilities and opportunities. And I just default to that sometimes when it can feel a bit overwhelming, when you need to think, I mean, it has been upsetting to have had the house move stop, to have had the house build stop, all of that, fine. But it feels like a first world problem in light of the bigger, COVID-19 crisis that's going on. So it's really a non-issue. But still, we're all allowed our things that affect us personally. So that little bit of tapping, embrace the future with all of the, possibilities and opportunities, has just kind of helped me see, that's fine. You've got different plans, different time zones. It will all happen at some point and it will all ultimately be okay.
Perfect. It's brilliant. Exciting times there. Really exciting times.
Thank you.